Welcome to another episode of TTMF's Home Smart video series where we help you prepare for the home ownership journey. Well, I'm Suan Ben-Goshe and I'm joined by Ms. Marsha Ray Liben and Mira Rupan from the Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Finance Company. And today we're going to be talking about purchasing land. Hi guys. Hi, great to have you with me here. And today, well, you know, the public, those who are looking on, they would like to know more about purchasing land. It's a step that a lot of us would want to take, including myself. We would come across probably a lot of land, 2 lots of land at a very reasonable price, and then we would be stuck. We would say, what's next? But the first thing that comes to mind is why should one venture to buy a piece of land? What are the benefits?
Well, the first thing, Suan, is that land don't spoil. God isn't making any more. So, land is also an appreciable asset. It will increase in value over time. It doesn't spoil, so it is something that you can hold on to for when your financial situation changes, that you can then build. The purpose of buying the land is so that you can own a home later on. Right? So you can buy the land now and then build later. So buy land.
Okay. A lot of people, including myself, would have this notion that we buy the piece of land, let's just say for a rough figure, 300,000 TT dollars, and then we have to try to pay that off. And then we would want to look to get some sort of assistance financially again to build a house on that piece of land. Do you have any advice on that? How does that work?
Well, you can buy the land now. And if you have approved plans, you can also build at the same time. And with us, you can, depending on the price of the land and the house, you can get it at our very attractive interest rates. Mira is the one who can tell you all about that. She's the expert in that area.
All right. So first of all, in order to be able to purchase land and to construct at the same time, you must have your approved house plans. Now, approved house plans take a while to get. Hence the reason why, if you don't have the approved plans, you may just have to purchase the land first at our open market rate right now, which is 6%. For this interest rate type, we can offer you 90% financing for the purchase of the land. Of course, you'll need to have monies for your transaction costs, estimated 5% of your loan amount. Now, if it is you're lucky enough to have approved house plans and be able to purchase the land as well, we can look at the 2% and the 5% interest rates. Now, of course, this would be for first-time homeowners only. What you would need to do is, with the approved house plans, you'd be required to have a quantity surveyor's report, a valuation report giving us the value of the land and the proposed house, a builder's estimate from a reputable builder, and you coming in now with your agreement for sale to do the land purchase and the construction. Now, if the value of the land and the proposed house does not exceed 1 million and your income does not exceed 14,000 monthly, we can offer you 2% facility. In addition, if it is that your income does not exceed 14,000 and the property value is higher than 1 million but not higher than 1,000,005, we can offer you 5%. At the 2%, we can offer you 100% financing, which is incredible. The 5% is 95% financing. So, I mean, that's a big plus, but it's really difficult though. It's not impossible because we've seen customers come in to do both transactions at the same time, right? The thing though with purchasing land, in addition, there are a lot of customers, you all know the prices of houses right now. And they may not be able to do the land and house purchase at the same time. So they can purchase the land, we can offer a 20-year term, which is pretty long. During that time, you'll be able to accumulate your funds to come back to us, and of course, we're hoping that your salary will go up as well. So you can come back to us now to do the construction loan. Even though you may still have money owing on your land, we can now merge that into your construction loan.
Okay. And therefore making it a little easier for us to acquire house and land.
Exactly, exactly.
Or land and house.
And as Marsha rightly said, yes, as Marsha rightly said, land does not spoil, land only appreciates.
Yeah, okay.
But what is important to remember though is that you want to make sure that that land is approved by Town and Country for residential purposes as well as the regional corporation. Because you don't want to now buy land that's not approved, one, TTMF can't finance it, right? And then you're going to have problems later on to now get your plans approved because you didn't have the pre-approvals in place before.
Okay. In terms of purchasing the land, what steps should we take now? What's the process? I've seen a really nice piece of land and I would like to purchase.
Well, the first thing I would always caution is if the land price sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Be very wary of people who are selling land for cash only, right? I'm not going to say don't, but be very wary. Go through your lawyers because they're the ones who will do the title search to make sure that the person who is selling the land has the authority to do so.
So Mira, you mentioned something earlier and you were really stressing on the point that the piece of land must be approved. Is it illegal for people to purchase land that is not approved or to sell land that is not approved?
It's not illegal. It's not illegal at all. You'd find that if you're purchasing land that's not approved, you're going to get it at a very cheap price.
Okay.
Right? Approved land, the vendor would have to actually go approach town country to get the approval. You'd have to approach regional corporation to get approvals. All of that is time consuming, and I'm expecting it might be a little bit costly as well. So that's why you find when a land is approved, it is going to be a little more costly than unapproved land.
Okay.
And we cannot finance unapproved land.
You will not or you cannot?
We will not.
Will not and cannot.
We have had many years ago when we used to just ask for town countries approval and not regional corporation. A lot of our customers found themselves in difficulties because even though the land was approved by town country, there were issues with getting the regional corporation's approval.
Okay.
Yes, so we put measures in place now to ensure that both approvals are in. So when our customers are ready to build, they should have no problems getting their plans approved.
All right, and you all think that this is something that, what age though? Because you know, you look at the financial institutions, other financial institutions, and I don't know if you all do the same thing, would look at the age that you're retiring. So what's your age now and when you're expected to retire, which is basically age 60. And then you probably base your analysis of the person on that, in terms of how much money they can get, how many years they would have to repay, etc. You mentioned as well that we can purchase, I think you gave us 20 years, and then we go back and try to build a savings again?
Well, you're not waiting for the 20 years, huh? We expect
within
that
time.
You would come back to us within a 5-year period after the mortgage starts for the land purchase.
And if it doesn't happen?
We give you a little bit more time.
Okay.
You know, we don't come and say here what there was bad as property because, you know, you haven't met our time frames. So we work with the customer. The customer, when they come into the land purchase, we give them all of the information that they would need. So even when they come back to the reconstruction, they would have already been advised as to what they need to do and what is the process.
Remember, we are on a home ownership journey and you can't live on the land. You need to have a house to live on. So really, that is really where we're trying to get you so that you are able to put a structure on the house that you can live in.
And this is where you all can assist anyone?
Yes.
Yes.
What age are you looking at? Persons from age 30 or even younger?
From younger, the minimum age is 18 also.
Correct.
Yeah, as soon as you are an adult, legal adult, you can start acquiring.
I'm a little older than a legal adult, but I'll still try.
But yes, it's never too late.
I'll still try.
It is never too late.
Definitely. And you can also consider going up to age 70 as well.
70?
Providing you can show us that you have, that you'll be earning sufficient income after you retire to be able to service our mortgage.
So then that may be for business owners, those who are self-employed,
yes.
yeah?
Or even people, because we do it for the defense force customers, because they retire at an early age, 45, prisons is 55, police services 55. But remember, when they retire, they're also going to be getting a gratuity, they'll be getting a pension. So we consider all of those things when you're considering going up to age 70. So it is not impossible.
Okay.
It's not. Marsha did mention though, when we were talking about when you come into do a mortgage, what do you need to look out for, especially for land purchasers? You want to make sure that the person whose name is on that agreement for sale is also the person who is on the title document.
Okay.
Yeah, because we've had instances where persons come to us to purchase land and the person who is on the title document is totally different from the person who is selling. So you want to make sure that that person who is selling has the title to that property. So you want to see that title document.
So that's something that you can ask for?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, before we approach you?
Correct.
Okay.
And you also want to make sure you want to find out about the approvals. Is that if you don't have it now, do you have something in place? Have you approach Town Country and Regional Corporation to get the approvals. So all of those questions you need to ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the approvals are important because you want to make sure when you actually build your house, there is drainage, there is sewage, there is, you know, that kind of thing, that all these things are taken care of. Somebody will pick up your garbage.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't want to
Right.
run into these kind of problems
Yes.
later on, so make sure that you have all the approvals in place. So, I mean, we're here to help you live in your home comfortably.
You know, guys, I really want to thank you so much for taking the time to come and impart your knowledge and your wisdom
Yes.
to our viewers, especially me. Because, you know, at this particular point in time, you would try to make that step forward to do something extra now, to do
Yes.
something bigger.
Yes.
You know, and the information that you all gave today was very, very informative. And again, thank you so much. And I'm sure our viewers would have enjoyed and, you know, appreciated what you had to offer.
You're very welcome,
Today.
Suan. We can't help but help.
Can't help but help. I love it.
Yes, and we expect to see you at TTMF very, very soon.
Of course. And of course, well, guys, I want to thank you so much again for joining us. We do hope that you learned a lot, and we encourage you to stay tuned to our Facebook page and YouTube channel for more episodes.